الحمد لله على إحسانه والشكر له على توفيقه وامتنانه ثم الصلاة والسلام على النبي مصطفى الداعي إلى رضوانه صلوات ربي وتسليماته عليه ثم ما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Good evening our viewers, welcome to another episode of our program Comparative Analysis Between the Treatment of Orthodox and Islamic Medicine. We have discussed about the principle of Islamic medicine and Orthodox, given a comparative analysis between the two. And inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, today we shall continue from where we stopped. We said Islamic medicine view patient in 5 different phases, meaning the faith, the body, the soul, the heart, and the emotion, which this is very important because these are what makes human being. But the medical look more or less to the body, and also medical approach is more of symptomatic approach, solving the symptoms but not curing the cause. But Islamic medicine do more of curing the cause, and this is why we said patient will benefit more in putting both the system together, not for both systems to operate in disharmony, but rather there should be a synergy, synergizing each other to give a perfect treatment. Because Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying authentic hadith of Muslim, hadith of Muaz bin Jabal, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kulli da'in dawa, fa iza usiba dawa'u da'i, bariya bi iznillah azza wa jal." Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, for every ailment there is cure for it. And when the medicine coincides with the disease, it cures by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala permission. And this is a big discipline, especially to our medical colleague, whereby you see somebody will be talking authoritatively as if the life is in his hand. We have to know that whatsoever we do, no matter how expert we think we are, the treatment is only going to be effective bi-iznillah. And whatsoever we are going to do also to our brothers in the Islamic aspect, we have to put everything in knowledge or based on knowledge. Meaning you have to get the right diagnosis, not just that anybody that comes over you say, okay, take abat soda because Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said abat soda shifa likulli da. No, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't just mean you should just take everything and give people. No, and that is why in other narration Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, "Tadawu ya ibadallah, ma anzalallahu da'an illa anzala lahu dawahu, alimahu man alima, jahilahu man jahila." He says, seek for medication, O you the servant of Allah. For Allah has never descended any element except it descend with it cure. Whosoever knows, knows, and whosoever don't know, don't know. And this is also the mistake from the medical aspect, whereby we as doctors, we believe our treatment is only the treatment. Rather, we even call the other treatment to be herbal, to be concoction, and this is wrong. Because we can't just sell down or sell out to the Western propaganda. Many of even this Orthodox medicine, if you look at them, they are from herbs which have been chemicalized by adding additives and preservative, which along the run, if you look, these are also going to result into cancer formation because many of them are carcinogenic as they contain nitroprusamide, which is a carcinogenic substance. So, but as a Muslim, we should know that ours is to treat, but the healer is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to be submissive, we have to be humble. We can't just be talking authoritatively, telling somebody that, no, this disease, just go and rest, you're going to die. No. In Islam, in Islamic medicine, every disease has cure, except death and old age, as said by Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we said, and we know Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam never speak out of his own desire, except what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed to him. وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ عَلَّمَهُ شَدِيدُ الْقُوَىٰ. Also, last time we stopped at the 4 fundamental causes of disease which Islamic medicine look into it, which we said the first one is al-mas. That is the evil affiliation of the jinn. The jinn affects the human health. The jinn can cause a lot of diseases, just as we said. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna shaitan or inna shayatin la yajri fi ibn Adam majra dam." That the shaitan is circumambulating in the human body just the way the blood is circulating. We know definitely any endocrine secretion is not going to call hormone except if it gets into the blood. That is when it's going to call hormone. So this gene can affect the function of these hormones. They can distort a lot of organ and prevent them from working. And that's what we say many a times when a patient is taken to the hospital after serial or several investigation, the cause of the disease is not identified. The better we refer them to the Islamic aspect so that with the Islamic we can get it. And as a practitioner that is looking forward combining both the Islamic and the Orthodox, when you see a patient after all medication, after all research, after all tests have been run and no any positive result, then we should start by just reciting the ruqya, ayat ruqya, the spiritual incarnation, and we can see the jinn may speak, or we can observe some of the abnormal behavior of the patient. We can know maybe this patient is being possessed. So this is it. The second thing apart from the al-mashu, then is as-sihr, that is charm. Many a times, many of the patients we see in the hospital been suffering, looking for diagnosis without getting the actual diagnosis. Today you do CT scan, they say the CT scan is normal. You do MRI, they say the MRI is normal. But yet the patient is still having the symptoms. You do all you could. Instead of you keep on keeping the patient wasting his money, then you give him a chance to give an trial to the alternative one, either the Islamic or the naturopathy, which I believe definitely we are going to get. Because the medical aspect, we especially in this country, we so much stay and wait what the word said, and that is where we are going to act. And we know Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, لِكُلِّ دَاءٍ دَوَاءٌ. Every disease has a cure, except what? Old age and death, where Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said in another narration. So this is very, very important, because many a times the issue of charm, sihr, is a mutual agreement between the herbalist or the soothsayer and the jinn, which at the end of the day, the jinn is going to put condition for the herbalist or the soothsayer. And we know many a time the condition ends up in disbelieving. يُعَلِّمُونَ النَّاسَ السِّحْرَ. So the jinn teaches what the herbalist sihr, and what is the end is just for them to disbelieve. And that's why we can see many of the herbalists today, some of them are not even praying in the congregation. Some of them will tell lie that they are praying in Saudi Arabia. Some of them will say in Kaaba. All these are signs that you know somebody is a soothsayer, not a really herbalist or naturopathy practitioner. So many a time you see, here is worthy of mentioning. You see sometimes some people say, I went to one malam to seek for treatment, but I went and I'm even coming back with the new symptoms. Sometimes when people go to this herbalist, the jinn that has possessed somebody, the herbalist will see, this is the type of jinn that I want to execute social action for me. I was given a contract by somebody to kill somebody, and I believe this is the jinn that I will do. So there and there, you went seeking for a medication, but a deal will be sealed between the jinn in your body that you went to the malam to remove it, and the malam will say, the soothsayer. Now they'll contact, okay, just give him some break, don't disturb him, so that I will say my treatment is good. From there, you will use him for another thing. 2 days later, you see you're even developing a new symptom. Instead of the disease to get improved, you see the disease is getting worse. So we have to be very, very careful. And we know the power of jinn. Jinn can do a lot of things. Jinn can make human being hate human being, especially between the husband and wife. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يُفَرِّقُونَ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَزَوْجِهِ. They separate between the man and his husband. And we know Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in authentic hadith that in arsha iblis fil bahr, that the iblis, the shaitan, has his throne on the sea. فَيَبْعَثْ سَرَايَاهُ, then he will send his boys among the jinns, لِيِفْتُنُونَ النَّاسِ, so that they will go and torment and tested people and cause a lot of disharmony. أَقْرَبُهُ مِنْهُ مَنْزِلًا, the one that is close to the jinn is what? أَكْثَرُهُمْ fitna, is one that is more dangerous. The one of them will come, oh, I was with him, I didn't stop till I made him to drink alcohol. Iblis said, no, you have not done anything. One will come, He said, I didn't leave him till he separated from his wife or he divorced. I said, Anta, summa yudinihi. He will bring him close. I said, yes. So you can see the effect of jinn. So it's high time as a Muslim, if you want to take a precaution from this jinn, is to keep to our azkar regularly. All the azkar of eating, entering the toilets, entering the house, leaving the house, the morning and the evening azkar is very, very important. And the constant recitation of glorious Quran is one of the best way you can seal yourself from the evil of the shaitan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ جَعَلْنَا بَيْنَكَ وَبَيْنَ الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ حِجَابًا مَسْتُورًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when you recite Quran, we put a veil between you and those that don't believe, a protective shield, and that is going to protect you. And also among the what one can do to protect himself more and more from the jinn is the recitation of Surah Al-Baqarah. Because of time, we are going to stop here. We are going to continue from the Surah Al-Baqarah, where we are going to see the wonders of Surah Al-Baqarah in chasing the jinns out of the house and the body. وسبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك والسلام عليكم.